The rise of brain rot. How digital overload is rewiring young minds, the internet has spawned a new lexicon of self-deprecating humor. Brain rot. This refers to the absurd, addictive, and often mindless content that dominates online spaces, from nonsensical AI-generated memes, like sharks in sneakers, to endless scrolling through short-form videos. But beneath the jokes lies a growing concern. Could this constant digital stimulation actually be damaging our cognitive abilities, especially in developing brains? The science behind digital distraction experts are beginning to sound the alarm. While occasional indulgence isn't inherently harmful, excessive exposure to this type of content can impair memory, focus, planning, and decision-making. The brain is remarkably plastic, meaning experiences literally reshape its structure. For adolescents, whose brains are still rapidly developing, this plasticity is particularly potent. Studies show that children and teens are spending unprecedented hours online. In 2021, 8 to 12-year-olds averaged 5.5 hours daily, while 13 to 18-year-olds clocked in at 8.5 hours. 4 in 10 U.S. teens now report being online almost constantly. This isn't simply a matter of time spent, it's the type of engagement. Distractions are built into these platforms, designed to hijack attention and create compulsive loops. The addiction loop and developing brains' social media apps, chatbots, and video games are engineered for maximum engagement, triggering reward pathways in the brain similar to those activated by drugs or alcohol. This is especially dangerous for young people, whose prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for impulse control, isn't fully developed until the early 30s. This means that teens and children have a harder time resisting the allure of instant gratification. Likes, comments, and notifications activate the same reward centers, reinforcing addictive behaviors. Research shows that constant social media use can even stunt the development of certain brain regions, potentially impacting attention span and cognitive function. From experiment to epidemic, ABCD study findings the Adolescent Brain Cognitive Development (ABCD) study, tracking over 11,500 U.S. kids since 2017, is providing crucial data. Early findings link higher screen time to increased risks of depression, ADHD, and eating disorders. More recent analysis reveals a causal link. Teens with problematic phone use are more likely to develop these health issues in the following year. Brain scans show that heavy social media use, 2 hours or more per day, can slightly hinder development in the cerebellum, a region vital for attention and motor control. The ChatGPT factor. Outsourcing thought the problem isn't limited to passive consumption. New technologies like ChatGPT pose a different threat. Preliminary research suggests that using AI to complete tasks can actually reduce brain activity and memory retention. This is particularly concerning for adolescents, whose brains need active engagement to develop properly. One study compared brainwaves in adults and children using ChatGPT. The latter showed even less brain activity, suggesting a potentially greater risk to cognitive development. The path forward: adaptation, regulation, and mindful engagement. While the picture looks bleak, experts emphasize that the brain is adaptable. Children who multitask with screens may struggle with focus in the moment, but can still perform well when not distracted. The real issue isn't necessarily brain rot itself, but what's being sacrificed in its place: homework, sleep, physical activity, and social interaction. However, adaptation isn't enough. Experts argue that tech companies should be held accountable for designing products that knowingly harm young people's brains. Many are calling for stricter regulations, including outright bans on addictive designs targeting children. The key is mindful engagement. Using technology for education, connection, or creative expression can be beneficial, but passive consumption of mindless content should be recognized as a cognitive drain and treated accordingly. Ultimately, protecting young minds from the pitfalls of the digital age requires a collective effort. Responsible tech design, informed regulation, and a critical awareness of how our screens are reshaping our brains.